There we go. Slow reveal. Oh, look how steady that was.
Practice.
I don't even have special effects, you know.
Practice.
Yeah, that was my first time practicing, but okay.
Well,
good morning.
Good morning.
How are you all doing today?
This beautiful Monday cold.
I'm still messing with stuff. Hang
Oh.
on. No, I was gonna leave. Look, the hand sanitizer almost hides our microphone.
Almost.
Okay.
Maybe.
I can't. Welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow.
The Adventures of Liz and Rebecca.
It's our Monday. Have we mentioned?
Monday.
Have we mentioned? Oh, I was gonna have my hat on. Oh well. The pigtails kind of mess up putting a hat on anyway, though. So, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in sunny and chilly Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there, with the promise that it's going to warm up like to 65. So it'll be 10 degrees warmer than yesterday.
I wore my winter coat in this morning.
Yeah.
It was 30 degrees out at my house.
It was 29 when I woke up.
I was like, gloves.
Nope.
And my fingers are still tingling.
It's going to get warmer.
For all of the people who watch us from actual cold places, they're laughing at us right now, but I don't care. I'm cold.
Just so y'all know, I am wearing bare feet because I have a hat on.
And it's more substantial than the Mad Hatter hat.
Yes.
Which she claimed was enough to have bare feet the other day to someone outside.
I'll be in bare feet till like it's 45 for the high.
Oh, you got shiny dress on today.
I have silks. Because it was cold this morning, so silks.
It's shiny. My head hurts today, so I'm going to say stuff like, it's shiny. And that's it. And
nerds like shiny.
Well, why am I getting mad? I'm totally a nerd. Who cares? Nerd, geek, I forget which is better or not or whatever. So, I got stuff done this weekend.
Good for you.
I finished small projects this weekend. I'm very proud of myself. Bigger projects I need to get done. Didn't make any progress. You know.
I got new roving in.
She roved like all weekend.
Not all weekend. Well, most of it. I got new roving in. Here. So like, Saturday I made Rolags all day long with old roving. And
that's like little tubey things that she can spin off of. That's my best explanation as someone who does not do that.
It's pretty much what they are. And
tubey things.
Tubey things. And then Sunday I was surprised that my roving the post office delivered my roving on Sunday, and it wasn't even from Amazon.
It wasn't even an Amazon box.
I was like, what? So as soon as it got there, I started playing with that and did that all day Sunday. Mm-hmm. And then Monday I was like, I have nothing to take into work. I have nothing to show off.
She was complaining because I have lots to show off and she has nothing. But she did a lot of stuff that just doesn't transport well into here.
I did finish Project on Monday.
Would you like to show that off?
I can show that.
I'm letting her go first.
Because I only have one thing.
Because I have a lot of things and, we haven't changed that clock yet.
No. Oh.
It feels late.
I know.
We only have so much. We did get a late start today though because, yeah.
With the exception of one that I already put my needle up and was like, oh.
You're not done then. What are you doing?
I'm not done yet. It's the flaming hat.
None of my ends are woven in.
It's a cabled brioche hat. It has a provisional cast on and you pick up stitches to where it is.
Completely reversible.
So the black with the red inside. I think I want to make another one. The only downside to them is it's on a size 6 needle. But there are 6 prims, so that was quite helpful when you're...
Are you trying to say 6s are small?
Yeah. Kind of, especially when you're used to doing 9s and 10s and 10 and a halves and 10.75s and 11.
Bless your heart.
I know.
Yeah.
So, anyway, It's
It's really pretty.
It's fun.
It's
I
really, really
I want to do. I have a bunch of feeder brick farm, and I thought feeder brick farm with a solid
that would be gorgeous.
would look really, really cool.
Yeah.
So,
is that worsted weight? Or
yeah, well,
ish.
yeah, it's worsted. It's Cascade 220 superwash.
Oh, yeah.
But they also recommend like the Baroque Ultra Paca. So yeah, it's worsted weight or heavy
I didn't
DK.
know if you should do the entropy DK from feeder brick or the entropy chunky. That's the reason I was asking. I think DK.
DK. If I knew how to alter the pattern to take it from 3s and 6s.
As I explained it, I already had my answer. So
yeah,
I should have known from her saying she knit on 6s, but my brain is not fully functional today.
It's fun, and you can make it like she has the pattern. You can go taller, so make it a super slouchy flaming hat or a shorter. I just did a shorter one, but I tried it on last night because
it's got a little picot edge.
It's because that's where you.
I know it's a provisional cast on.
No,
wait.
The provisional cast on starts like in here.
Yeah, that's true. The provisional cast on wouldn't help you make a picot edge, but yeah, you do the folds. You do a yarn over, knit 2 together on your fold row will make it picots. It's really cool.
Yeah,
it's really cute.
Yeah, this is the hat that when you were teaching your brioche classes over across the way, I was like, I want to do brioche. But
why not throw cables in it?
Why not throw cables in it? And so, but I read all the projects, and there were lots of new brioche knitters and lots of knitters who had never done cables that did this pattern.
Did that hat. Yeah.
And I think it's really well written. It's both charted and written out. And she even writes out like when you're burping 2 together or barking 2 together or brioche slip knitting 2 together.
A whole bunch of people just went, I'm not making that hat. It's not that hard.
the pattern tells you it like it. She has all the definitions, and it's like paragraphs. So it's really well written. I was a fan.
Has the Liz stamp of approval.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the description. I should remember.
Flaming hat. Yeah.
Liz will have to help me remember.
I'll remind you. But the picture is yellow with red, so it looks like flames instead of
sun dragon colors. Yay!
My dark and broodiness. So anyway, I was a fan, and the thing that scared me most about this wasn't the brioche or the brioche decreases. It was the provisional cast.
Yes, this has been mentioned multiple times.
I had nightmares about it.
It's not that bad.
It wasn't like.
Don't let Liz scare you.
It really wasn't.
It's not Halloween anymore. We're not telling spooky stories.
No, it was way easier than I thought. So
sometimes just getting started is the most terrifying part of a lot of different techniques. So
yes. So that one I started like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, and now it's done. So
yeah, I wish I had the bells at home for knit night. We go ding.
For those keeping track of my projects, because I'm not. Check one off.
Someone is keeping track at home, though. You know they are.
I know.
You know.
Yeah, like I told my sister, I'm like, there's people that know way more about my projects than I do.
Shout out to Erin, who probably won't watch this for several weeks. But she's like, yeah, I'm back in like May's episodes and I want to watch them in order. And we've discussed this before. It's not like, this is a series where like, stay tuned to see what happens next. But she had a really good point of she doesn't want to jump ahead, and she wants to see how our projects develop. So in that way, I guess it's an ongoing series, like watch them in order. I don't know.
Next Tuesday, I should bring in all of my papillons just to remind everybody how many I've got on needles. I might start another one. I had a thought about that.
Do you have enough bags to bring that all in? You might have to like drop them off on the porch.
No, I do, because I have my big German Kaufmart bag that it'll schlep all of them in one bag.
You may want to drop them off and then go park, though. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's what I do on Wednesdays and Fridays. I drop my stuff off. I park in the loading zone and drop my stuff off and grab the packages and yeah. So, anyway,
it's a thought.
It's
I
a-
might.
it could be fun.
If y'all want to see them, comment and be like, yeah,
tell
slap 'em all
us.
in. So
Okay, where to start? How about with what I'm wearing?
it's so cute.
This is the Miss Sunshine cowl. It is with it's super easy, first of all. But it's with the Wool Addicts Air. See, look, here's one of my tags. It is one of our products of the week until Wednesday. I'm gonna scramble for words today. I've taken medicine. I don't think it's working. Anyway,
It's gonna be a fun day.
we'll tell you more about that at the end of the episode about why this week could be extra fun. No, but I was like, oh, it takes 2. It actually takes like 1.5. Here's what I had left of my second skein. It's probably like half of it. I don't even know where the scale is, but so it's stockinette. If you want to fire that sucker up, and stockinette for the uninitiated to the crazy knitter lingo is it's knit flat, knit a row, purl a row.
You had 17 grams left, so just over half.
Okay, just over half. So it's knitting flat, knit a row, and purl a row. So all your V's are on one side, and look at that yummy texture. Look at that yummy texture. So with a fuzzy texture like this, it's like this nylon core with merino wrapped around it to be all fuzzy. Don't do anything complicated with it. Let it do the work. And then you do a provisional cast on, speaking of provisional cast on. And then it said when you sew it together, when you're done. So I like was taking off. I got my second skein in. I was knitting. I'm like, oh, maybe I should read the pattern. Shock face. So I looked at the pattern. I looked at the pattern and it said do stockinette for about 80 centimeters or 31.5 inches. And where I stopped, I said, let me measure. Because I was just tearing through to see if I could finish off, play yarn chicken. I could have done that. But then when I measured it, I was at 83 centimeters. So I was like, ooh, good place to stop. And then, so I could work on other stuff. But it wanted you to do, instead of just taking it like this and doing your Kitchener, it wanted you to, so you release your provisional cast on, have 2 needles going, you do a sewing thing with a needle. I've made a tips and tricks video about it. It wanted you to, it said rotate it 180 degrees twice. So that basically meant flip it so the purl side's showing and then flip it again. So your knit sides still go together, but you've got a twist. So like if I hold this up and have a straight side, I have a twist side. See that? Because I did it the way I was instructed. So you could, it's like when you join to knit in the round going this way, this was knit back and forth this way. And you have a twist, you're like, no, but I actually wanted you to do it on purpose. So no crying. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find.
Where you joined?
Yeah, I know. I think it might be, no, I don't know. You wanna try to find it? Oh, wait, no, maybe. I can see where I joined in my second skein. I can see my little, where I sewed it there. That's how I would find it, is I would look for
weaving in ends.
My weaving in of ends. I don't want to waste too much time doing this, but that shows you how great it is when the Kitchenering goes well. I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay. So yeah, I can, if I look really closely, see right where my fingers are, there's maybe a little bit tighter of a spot between my fingers. That's where I sewed my Kitchener. But overall, you're not gonna be able to tell. It just looks like it's a big loop that's twisted. Ooh, fun, right? Oh, and it's so warm because it's merino. Yay. I needed it for my neck today. I needed a hat too, but hat and mask and pigtails are troublesome. So speaking of that, the other thing I finished, nope, those are my socks.
Socks.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have not woven my ends in on this one. But this is the beanstalk hat from Amy Vandelar. And see that leafy texture? Kind of hard to see with the smoky, but kind of not. The smoky's super pretty. It almost gives it a weird stripey effect. Following the pattern as written.
It's a little skull cap.
It's a little skull cap. And I made the smaller size. See that? Woo. I could have made it taller now that I know, because here's the deal, this is the version of the hat that has pattern all over. It's the summer version. There's spring, summer, and winter in the pattern. And the spring version only has one lace panel instead of all over lace panels and twisted ribbing on the rest of it. So if you watch my morning meditation this morning, I cast on to try the spring version because I have all this left. I'm gonna turn this back on again. The winter version is just all over twisted ribbing. There's no lace on it. So it's fun.
Over
yeah,
half
I have well over half a skein, so I can at least do the spring version. And the spring version, you can look at it and imagine what the winter looks like because there's only one lace panel and a whole lot of twisted ribbing. There's a lot of twisted ribbing in this, and it just makes for like tighter ribbing looks, and it's really pretty. So that was fun, and I'm going to keep going, making more. Hats for me are really fun because they don't take me that long. I'm a little bit of, why did that fall? I'm a hot mess is what I am. But I'm I guess a fairly quick knitter. And when I go home, I don't knit here in the shop, but when I go home, that's how I try to survive.
I wonder how long it would take you to make one of my gnome hats.
She wants me to say challenge accepted. I don't have brain power or time right now.
It's not difficult.
No, it's not. I know.
You should make one for Christmas.
That's a hot maybe. Because, it'd have to be a side project because unless you want to write a pattern we can sell or give away with yarn, it's hard for me to devote my energy to it because I need to be focused on selling stuff for the shop. But I can do it as a side project. So I finished that. Knit cute little 6 repeats of the lacy pattern before you go up to the top. If you want it longer, do more. Like I said, this is the smaller size. There is a larger size. This was with fingering weight yarn cast on 120 stitches. The larger size is 144. So you decide. This is an oldie but a goodie and looks black right now, but it's not. It's red and black.
Finished it.
This is my Age of Brass and Steam. Unblocked. Look at that. It grows by like six stitches every. Is that mine?
This is mine.
I'm sorry. Did it pull
in?
Did it pull out your sleeve?
No, I'm getting ready to start my sleeve. But
the drama.
When you pulled it up, your tail got tangled up, and I was worried that it would pull out your.
My arms are getting tired. Put down.
Sorry.
Yeah. So this is my Age of Brass and Steam, which from far away it just looks like a giant black triangle.
Right? It looks so cool.
But yeah, it's not super deep, but it's really wide because again, every 2 rows you're gaining 6 stitches. So by the end of this sucker, which is slightly longer unblocked than my own wingspan, I'm gonna hopefully block it and then we can like compare. I can look at the video and compare. I was probably at 330 stitches across because the last row is the V, is going from my tip, my fingertip here down to, my crotch, and back up to here. But let's hold it up closer so y'all can see the beautiful color.
It is gorgeous. Now I'm like, I need to make something.
It's the Luminosa, which all the colors, you've got the chainette with the bright color and then black alpaca is puffed into it. So the bright color will shine through. I made mine in red. I highly recommend, we have a brassy orange color. Oh my God, it'd be gorgeous. But here's the deal. So,
it's all dark and broody.
I know, it's so hard to actually show off on camera.
I know.
That's the 3rd row of eyelets right here. is roughly, you would do like 3 more rows of garter after this and be done according to the pattern.
You're getting it stuck on everything.
I know, and I'll explain why in a second. So I decided I wanted to, and there's a knot in it. Oh God. I decided I wanted to make it 2 skeins because the 1 skein is kind of more of a kerchief size. Hang on, it's all getting stuck. Everyone can watch me fumble. Yay! Okay. And ooh, like you can't even really see this, but the cat has pulled at it several times by kneading it. So, hey, Liz, can you do me a favor? Can you point to the tip where the 3rd set of eyelets is, where the pattern would have stopped?
1, 2, 3. This.
That.
Right here.
That's where it would have stopped. And I decided to keep going with a 2nd skein. Here's the crazy thing. So here is where my 2nd skein started, but because the rows were so long, so right there was where my 2nd skein started.
So right in
there. And I got 2 more rows of eyelets out of it, and I had to make the last repeat a little shorter. And one at Yarn Chicken because this is how much I had left in my 2nd skein. So for anyone out there who is wondering how far 2 skeins can get you, it's this. It's, you know, if I put it on, it's a decent, of course, this is, I have
over the top of another
cowl. Yeah, it's over top, so it's a little bit bulkier, but the long wingspan means you can wrap it around without it being super bulky right here. So maybe by the end of this week or beginning of next week, if I actually get to block it, I will actually, wear it for one of the episodes so you can see what it looks like worn and blocked and all that. So I'm really excited. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. I'm like, whoa, it's really soft and wonderful and yay. But if you wanted to go multiple eyelets out, you would probably need 3 skeins. But after that, it'd be getting massive. It wouldn't be getting deep, but it'd be getting massive. So I was on a 60-inch circular needle that filled when I was done.
The sad thing is, if you wanted more rows of eyelets, you'd need 3 plus, because 1 at that point in time might only get you to the next row of eyelets. Set of eyelets.
It starts, yeah.
Like, it's just so big.
Or if you're expanding it, if you don't want this, you could do the eyelets faster. This is about, for most of them, this is about 20 rows of stockinette between each set of eyelets. So, yeah. Okay, so I finished 3 projects this weekend. A lot of projects I haven't done much with. I will show this off because
you got more work done on it.
I got a little more work done on this one. This is my glimmer poncho. It doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's going to, you know, wrap around like this with the lace work at the bottom. It's gonna be really cool. You make a giant, long rectangle, and then you fold it and sew it and leave a head hole. A head hole, yay! It's gonna be really pretty. It's got, so just a little bit of lace if you wanna learn or work on just a little bit of lace, and the majority of this row is stockinette, knit on one side, purl on the other.
You have a stitch marker in place to where you know when you come to it.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to have a couple more stitch markers to mark a couple other transitions, but I at least have it marked where I transitioned from stockinette to actually having to pay attention. Here is where I moved to my 2nd skein, and it is the Get It From Metal Tweed, which we have on our online shop. It is tweedy, it is fuzzy, and it is sparkly. You can't really see the sparkle on camera, but it's so pretty, and we have really nice colors of it. One day, I will finish this, and I will wear it. I've been neglecting my crochet. What? Just because life, you know. So I put a hat in. I did a whole hat profile last week in the newsletter. And one of the hats I put in was this popcorn hat. And I have this yarn at home that we've had for forever. It may be making an appearance on tomorrow's show. It's by Plymouth, and it's called I like to call it the moonshine yarn. It's not. It's moonshadow.
Shadow.
I call it moonshine, and I almost can't remember what it really is. But it's got kind of this marbled look. It's a chainette yarn. It's got some alpaca in it. But I said, hey, I've got it at home. Why not start? And if you've never made a ribbed hat with crochet, I'm making the brim right now. And instead of with knitting where you cast on in a circle and you knit purl and that gives you ribbing. This is my universal sign for ribbing because it accordions. I don't know.
Ribbing was the original garter thing.
Yeah. Makes sense. But garter would have been the reason why garter, knitting every row, you would have done rows this way and it's stretchy. And now you can knit purl this way and it's stretchy. This is like the crochet version of garter. So, my mind just exploded. That's great. This is, see how it looks like knit ribbing? And it's crochet like that. This is a little thinner than the yarn that's supposed to be used for the popcorn hat. So it might be a little too much give in my ribbing, but the rows are going this way and I'm halfway around, and eventually, see, that will be the ribbing for my hat. And then I will pick up stitches along one edge of this and start going up. So stay tuned, because hopefully I'll be making quick progress on that. Maybe I'll even work on it tonight at midnight, so we have something to show you in case I decide to advertise it on the VSC tomorrow.
Dun, dun, dun.
Stay tuned. Cliffhanger. Okay, so crochet hook. Yay, I'm crocheting again. I made a little progress on these socks, and my yarn ball that I'm going from the inside and outside of is totally deflating. Oh my God, look at that. It's a hot mess. But I at least knit on this enough. You'd think I didn't do anything else this weekend, which is funny because I did. You can't really evaluate or like designate the progress, track the progress of things like getting ready for new hours at the shop. Same days, different policies, trying to update everywhere you can. A lot of random stuff that happened this weekend. Anyway, so I got green on both my socks. So you can see the full pattern repeat, going from different ends of the yarn on my socks. I'm very excited to finish those because the only pair I've finished, I'm afraid of wearing out and or washing inappropriately, and then I need more socks that I've made myself. I'm babbling, but it's fun.
Tiny shouldn't exist needles.
I'm on zeros. That's what Liz is talking about. Like if I hold them up, you can barely see them. Look, if I hold them on the foam head up there, you almost can't see them. It's like a magic wand, but yeah. So
size 10.
Yeah, but guess what? Size 10 socks. Well, with thicker yarn, maybe you wouldn't feel it as much, but you feel the texture. I want as finely knit texture as possible. And the ones I made on 1 and 1.5s, which fit really nicely when I made them, are a little saggy now that I've washed them and worn them. So sometimes the nylon can account for that. I'm still a newbie to socks. I'm like infatuated, but I'm not an expert. So I'm learning as I go. I think I have to make these a little smaller than I want them to be, and then they'll be perfect. Or as close to perfect as I can come with something hand knit. So, anyway.
Stay tuned.
All these things to keep y'all watching. Ha ha ha. No. That might be roughly it. I mean, I think I thought about working on a lot of other things, and it didn't happen for various reasons. I had the knitting lesson this weekend, which was a lot of fun. I had a lot of computer work to try to do. I tried to make a video about continental purling. And next week I'm going to make a video about Norwegian purling, which I love even more.
Love my Norwegian purling.
I'm an English style knitter for the most part. The whole continental is faster doesn't actually apply to me. Although if I practice continental more, maybe. They say continental is faster because there's less kinetic motion. Like instead of flicking or throwing your yarn, you're just you're holding it over here and you're going scoop, 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 scoop. But I'm really fast with throwing my yarn, so.
I think it might, and I've said this numerous times, it might be whichever one you're more proficient at.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes continental knitters get a bad rap because we're not English knitters and peasant knitting, whatever. But so that might be where the rumor came from that it's faster because we want y'all to feel bad
like,
that, you know.
No, I think it is faster, like, for average, whatever, you know.
And poor Portuguese knitting, man. Like,
not enough people talk about it, and it's awesome, but I don't know anything about it other than that it's awesome.
Yeah.
So I can't really show y'all. But, speaking of gnome hat, she's working on her gnome hat now. Look at that. Do you do the whole thing on double points?
I did not on this one. I switched over to double points sometime.
But those are the most amazing double points. There are prim ergonomic ones.
This one I did not do the whole thing on double points, but I have done whole 5-foot long gnome hats on prim double points because in my world, prim double points,
they're amazing.
They rock.
They're super cool.
Every reason. And
but if I switch to continental knitting, the problem would be I get bonus points on my watch when I English knit because it thinks I'm moving, and at least once a day I have to unwaterlock it because it thinks I'm swimming because I'm doing this kind of motion. It's like, you must be doing this.
And when you
continental, it'll be like, you didn't move today. I mean, I'm cheating the system by letting it think I'm swimming or, you know, walking when I'm not, English style. But dude, give me some credit.
Anyway. I think my watch on Saturday when I was making Rolex, I had like 6,000 steps by the end of the day, and I was like,
I didn't go anywhere
on the weekends. I'm lucky to hit 1,000 steps a day, like, because I just
well, we need the rest.
I hole up in my little crafty space, and I only get up for just a couple of reasons, like a 3 to 5 or, you know, whatever.
Well, because like we're broken records on it, but we haven't complained in the past week or so. So we're only here 4 days a week, and our 4 days are shifting slightly starting this week. But we've said it before, we feel like we're doing at least 2 to 3 times the work. For especially last month, well under half the sales, and people are still buying. I mean, I'm still grateful, but it's exhausting work. And again, we don't want to sound like we're like, woe is us. Oh,
I told my brother that on average, since I got my fancy $35 tracker watch, it's a knockoff, whatever. It works though. So unless you're pulling Rolex, but anyway, like
my fancy watch doesn't work. It thinks I'm running around the block when I'm knitting. But your point, yes.
Anyway, I told my brother, I'm like, on average, we're walking at least 2 miles a day in a 1,500 square foot shop. And the only time we did that regularly before the plague was on Saturdays, like when there were, you know,
when there were lots of lessons and lots of people in the shop, and lots of so it's impressive, but it does mean we're not here on the weekends. We have a lot of people who are like, I can't wait till you're open more days like normal. And the challenge in the beginning, that was, oh my gosh, there's too many people here on the weekends and germs, and was one of the main reasons. But a secondary reason, which has become more of a main reason, is just how tired we are. And believe it or not, if it was safe to do so, I would say come try to run the shop a couple of days for us, and you'll understand. But it's not safe to do that. So
in olden days, I could get a couple of rows of knitting done outside of filming, and now it's no.
We might sit and knit once in a while. I don't knit in the shop. Sometimes I'm too agitated to, but it's more that there's too much happening. or too much. And it may not be customers outside. Sometimes it's, okay, we have a breather, so let's try to put away some yarn that's been in a box on the floor for a while. And, oh, wait, no, someone walked up. So,
in olden days, you knit a bit more. Like we'd take a break,
yeah,
if nobody was here or whatever.
Yeah.
And but now,
especially because we're not here as many days, like we don't come in on our days off, because then people see that we're here, and it's complicated. We've said that before. Anyway, so speaking of complication and segue and hours and days, since I think I've thrown everything I've made progress on at the camera at this point. There's still projects I want to work on, but since I haven't made progress, I'm not reminding y'all of it because overload. It's November. And
new hours,
new way we function. Yay! We've always kind of been here Tuesday through Friday in different capacities. We were alternating days because it was really hard to help appointments and walk up traffic on the same day. But now it's getting colder. As we said at the top of this episode, it's cold outside. So walk up traffic that we assist outside, and they have to stand out there for a good 10, 15 minutes while we find stuff. Not that it takes us that long to find one thing, but back and forth, and them looking and back and forth. That's going to become more challenging. So I decided that we were shifting our days and streamlining in a way for the customer, making it a little more complicated for us depending on how things go. Grand experiment. We'll let you know. We'll keep you updated. Stay tuned. Cliffhanger.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's the instead of word of the day, it's the sound of the day. Dun, dun, dun. Tuesday through Friday. We're not expanding our days that we are here, because I don't know if we can, if our bodies can handle that. But the days that we are here have become more, I'm trying to find the word I'm going for. Streamlined I've already used, but I want to say unanimous. That's not right. Brain. Every day, Tuesday through Friday, instead of alternating days, you can make an appointment to come inside. We used to only have appointments on Wednesdays and Fridays. Now we have appointments available every day. They're shorter appointments because we're trying to assist more people inside, but that means you can't stay in here as long. So when appointments are available, it will be on the hour. It won't be every hour, but it'll be on the hour. We need to take a lunch break. And on Wednesday and Friday mornings, we're still keeping times open for lessons, personal assistance.
Tuesday and Friday night.
Yeah,
evening.
We sometimes have to cut them short, a little shorter, so we can get home for knit night. But every day there should be some appointments available on the hour for a half hour, so we can get ready for the next appointment. Not complicated at all, right? We're trying to keep it as understandable as possible, as easy for all of us to remember as possible. You can sign up the same day, but we need a little bit of advance warning. We ask people to sign up. I think the window closes about an hour before when you want to come, if that time's available. You can sign up online at sundragonartandfiber.com. You can call the shop and we can sign you up, but we will send you an email confirmation saying, here's our policies, be ready for them, because you need masks to come inside. Social distancing, we've got the hand sanitizer, bathrooms are not available for shoppers. There's a lot of make sure you're aware so you're not caught off guard. The other addition is, it used to be on appointment days, you couldn't come walk up without an appointment and get assistance. And now we're going to try to do that. You don't need an appointment to be helped, but you do need an appointment to come inside. So if you walk up without an appointment, if it's someone who's visiting for the day and they go, hey, look, it's a yarn shop, we'll say, hey, we can help you outside. What would you like to look at? And if you say, no, too complicated, doesn't work for me, which believe me, it's not as complicated as it sounds. We've got it down to almost a science now. But if you're like, no, I really wanted to look around, we'll say, well, you should sign up for an appointment. We'll see if there's any free today or tomorrow.
And you kind of got to work with us, because if life is busy in the shop,
it's going to be hard to help you.
Yeah. So we will work as best we can with all of our new parameters.
Basically, everyone's going to need a whole lot of patience. And I know that is in short supply right now, but we're trying. And we hope you will try too, because we do want to help you out. We do want to help you find yarn. There's still tons you can buy online, but if you need to squish and feel the yarn, we will assist you with doing that as safely as possible. Because believe it or not, cases aren't going down or leveling off, really. You know, like if we start seeing like there's no cases in Transylvania County for a while, then we'd start changing how we function. But right now that's not happening. In fact, people are cautioning that in the winter, and we have really bad airflow in here, things could skyrocket again. So we're doing our part to hopefully make sure that we're not contributing to the skyrocket. Okay, a lot of thumbs up today too. I don't know, I'm getting repetitive. As much as I want to keep going, because we got a really sweet email, shout out to Barbara, about how our last Thursday that we filmed in the evening, and I was tired. I think we both were tired, and we're like, well, we're rambling, and we went all over the place. She said it was one of our best ones ever. I'm like,
okay.
Could have been because we kept going. We didn't say, oh no, we have to open the shop. But you know what? Guess what? Today, oh no, we have to open the shop. So,
when y'all are on that whole super secret underground Sundragon Art and Fiber website, pace yourselves, people. Pace yourselves.
The dark web where y'all go to like pounce on us outside, Vikings laying siege. Try to coordinate a little better. Spread yourselves out a little bit, okay?
Where that website exists.
We gotta find it. We gotta go undercover.
Ooh, we could make Viking hats and pretend that we're Vikings.
Go in disguise. Oh,
see, we're
great.
Vikings.
I'm working with my graphic designer. She's swamped with work right now, but we're working on the bumper stickers, and I don't know if I need her stuff for a pin or if I can put my own pin stuff order in. We're working on it. We're working on it.
They look really cool.
Yay. Anyway, so okay. Shout out to Karen. I told Karen that we were going to get to how we hold tension in knitting. We have to do that Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
Because she's ready to show you now, but like, I want to do it justice, and my brain is oozing out my ears right now. And we have like 7 minutes till we have to open the shop. So Karen, I patience. I'm so sorry. Everyone needs patience. I haven't forgotten. We want to do it justice. So we need to write a sticky note at some point and put it like right here, not during shopping hours, but so we know on Thursday. We'll do that off camera.
I can't find a sticky note right now.
Yeah, it's a hot mess. Part of what we have to fix before we get customers in here. So okay, so we have to do our schedule. Knit night tonight, from 6 to 9 on Zoom, and we're in Eastern Standard Time again because daylight savings is over, or whichever way it flips. I don't know.
We fell back on Sunday.
Supposedly we're supposed to be more rested right now. That is laughable. So 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, with the shop phone number 828-877-3550. I'm getting really good at typing and saying that. And then tomorrow is the most dangerous day of the week. We're going to show you more things and try to get more things up online and give you a whole new round of things that'll be 15% off for the week. Check out, if you want to save what was from last week's episode, check that out because it'll change tomorrow at some point, maybe late in the day, because who knows. And then
Thursday.
What about Thursday?
It's Dear Becky and Lizzy.
I let her talk for a little bit. So, yeah. We have one letter for Dear Becky and Lizzy.
We do. And if you would like us to read your letter, you can mail a letter to Dear Becky and Lizzy, Sundragon Art and Fiber, 35 South Broad Street, Brevard, North Carolina, 28712.
And or if you need to get it to us faster, you can email Liz at sundragonartandfiber.com, and she'll check that, because if it goes to my email, Rebecca at sundragonartandfiber.com,
it'll get lost in the void.
Yes. I try to reserve that for questions about stuff at the shop and get back to people as I can. So, and then Friday, it's another knit night, 6 to 9 p.m. And then we repeat it next week. So, our next Saturday, sit and stitch is the 21st, which is the weekend before Thanksgiving. So if you want to come to a virtual sit and stitch, but either Zoom's not working for you or late nights aren't working for you, we have a Saturday afternoon on Zoom and Facebook the 21st of the month.
Zoom, you will see both of us. Facebook, you will only get to see Rebecca.
But hear everybody else, because that's just how it works. Anyway.
I'm the quiet sister.
Yeah. Apparently people enjoy it, so come hang out with us. Yeah, you're the... My migraine disagrees this morning, but that's okay because I want to make sure everyone hears you. I don't matter.
Whatever.
Someone's trying to call me, but this should still be. Why is this? Okay. We'll just keep that in for fun. When someone calls on my phone, the Zoom, the screen, you guys we're still filming and we still look like idiots. But we can't see that we look like idiots, so we look more like idiots. Anyway,
the screen changes.
The screen
we
changes,
can't see ourselves,
and it's sad.
And it's like, what are you doing? Oh, that's what you. Huh?
You get to watch us go. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. Is that a good impersonation? Let us know in the comments. So now we're down to like 4 minutes or 3 minutes till we should open. So we're gonna sign off, but please subscribe. Or at least give the thumbs up if this was enjoyable watching us flounder this morning, me flounder this morning more than anything. And tell your friends and neighbors who might like to watch crafty stuff or just get a laugh out of us or like spending time with us and grow our Sun Dragon community. Yay!
Oh, and we're up to like 420 subscribers. 22.
If it holds. Yeah, so let's keep going. Let's ride the Sun Dragon train. Yeah. We get monetized at 1,000. That's gonna take years, but that's okay. We love the people that we have right now. It's really fun. So yay. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna stop now because here comes our first customer of the day. Bye.